Building a sim racing setup costs thousands of dollars, but can I build my ultimate dream sim racing setup for less than $1,000? So I went online and searched for almost an entire hour looking for the perfect budget racing cockpit. There are literally thousands of different options to choose from, but I eventually came across one that had the chair, shifter mount, monitor mount, and everything else I needed for $320. And everything is inside of this box, so let's go ahead and move all this stuff out so we can actually get started on the sim racing setup. I think this sim racing setup will look really cool here, especially since I already have car posters, but I'm gonna unbox all of this. I don't know how they fit an entire chair, racing cockpit, and all the other things like a monitor mount inside of this box, so it's probably gonna look kind of insane as I'm unboxing it. So first up, we can see some black bars. This definitely looks like the monitor mount. I'm pretty sure that's what this is, judging by like the bars and like the size. And trust me, the monitor we use for this setup is gonna be pretty insane, but yeah, I think this is actually the monitor or like TV screen that you choose to use. Okay, we have a lot of screws, so I have no idea how long this is gonna be to build. Shouldn't be too bad because I've built definitely a harder sim racing setup before in the past, but okay, dude. And this one already has some screws like put onto it. This actually might be a pretty quick build here. It feels very good quality. Like this does not feel like it's flexing at all. Okay, this is probably the last part of the actual sim racing stand. And then the last thing, it actually looks even better than I expected. We have the chair. So this basically is just like a gaming chair, just kind of looking at the way it looks. We have the bottom part where you obviously sit, and then the actual back part. And honestly, this looks kind of good. There are different colors. I think there was pink and blue, but I think this white and red one looks like the most kind of racy kind of theme. So that's why I actually ended up choosing this. And I like that it actually looks like a bucket seat because you have like the holes over here. And I'm pretty sure it's adjustable, so you can make it like an F1 cockpit or like a road driving cockpit. So yeah, this is looking pretty cool so far. So just to give you guys a closer look, we have the actual monitor mount over there, the whole part of the chair, which is only 2 pieces. And then this is all the things for the sim racing like cockpit. So it honestly doesn't look too bad. As you guys can see, everything is like these kind of black bars, and I'll just kind of like hit it together, but you can see these things are like tough. Like, dude, this seems like good quality, I'm not gonna lie. This probably will take me quite a while, so let's just get started on the build right now because I'm trying to finish this entire sim racing setup tonight because I really want to actually like have a sim racing setup. I haven't had one in like a year. Building this sim racing cockpit was pretty easy and the instructions were surprisingly very clear, but that didn't mean it was quick. I spent over 2 hours building the full cockpit and I decided to also attach the monitor on it as well. After about 2 or 3 hours, it did take a lot longer than I expected, but the whole sim racing setup is done. As you guys can see, we have the chair and also has adjustability, so I can actually move this down. I'm gonna have to move this up so like this has space to go down, but over here on this platform, we have the little shifter pad. This is where the steering wheel will be, and then obviously there are the pedals. There is also a lot of adjustability with this, and I think aesthetically, it is like a tubular, I think, kind of cockpit. That's what it's called, but I think it actually looks pretty nice. And clearly, as you guys can see, we have the monitor. The only thing is there are like some little dents on it, so I'm really hoping this monitor still works and it's not like cracked or like has a pixel bad, because that would suck. This monitor is like 45 inches. It's 240 hertz OLED from LG. I absolutely love this monitor. It's like insane quality, especially since it's OLED and it's like super smooth with the 240 hertz. So it's perfect for racing games, but yeah, I'm hoping that's okay. And before everyone comments, this video, like the $1,000 under budget I'm talking about, is mainly about the whole sim racing setup. So it's like the cockpit and then the steering wheel, pedals, shifter, all of that, because you guys can use whatever kind of thing you have, like your own console, laptop, PC, anything like that. And you don't have to use a big monitor. Obviously, it makes it like more immersive, but you could use VR or you could use a smaller 24-inch monitor. So those aren't included in the budget, like the PC and monitor, but everything else is. So let me show you guys what I actually ended up getting with this budget. And we are quite a bit below the budget. These are a few different options of cheap ones I found on eBay, including everything from the wheel, shifter, and pedals, all for $250 or less. basically this bundle with Logitech is like $100 to $150 used, and then this is about $200. So $450 plus the $320 from here, so that makes a total of about $770, which is about $200 below our $1,000 budget. Let's go ahead, set this up, and hopefully everything like fits properly. Okay, so the setup is really starting to come together now, and just to show you guys how it's all looking, as you guys can see, I'll give you guys a little bit of a POV shot. Basically, this is how it looks when you're actually on it. So we have the Logitech steering wheel, we have the shifter, and everything is already mounted. So this is screwed in, that's screwed in, and this is kind of just like kind of tightened on. But you guys can see we have all the cables, which I will 100% cable organize, but I do have one little issue. On one of the cables from the steering wheel, I'm actually missing the little adapter. This is supposed to be like a little USB adapter, and I have absolutely no idea where it is. So I just ordered that, and that's going to be here tomorrow, but I wasn't going to finish this tonight either. There is still a bunch of cables I have to do, but I want to show you guys the absolute insane gaming PC that's going to be powering this entire sim racing setup. It's insane. This is probably the second best gaming PC I have in my collection, right before my main one with a 5090. And let me give you guys a closer look at the specs in here, because they're actually insane. This gaming PC costs about $3 grand, so this is completely apart from the whole kind of sim racing budget. This one is definitely overkill. First, look at how giant that graphics card is. It's about the same size as an Xbox Series X, but this is actually the RTX 5070 Ti, so we should be able to actually get 240 FPS on this ultra wide monitor, and the rest of the specs in here are also super powerful. It has 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM, which is like, I don't even know. In today's market, that's very expensive. And it also has a Ryzen 7 7800X 3D for the CPU. And I mean, just look at this. This all-white build from Paradox Customs is so clean. I love it so much. And although it looks so nice, I think I'm actually going to move this like onto the corner over there, because I might move it over, like I'll kind of probably put it around there, because it kind of is really nice to look at. I kind of want to like show it off a bit, but yeah, I think it will just kind of look bad over here because I have the door right there. So I think this PC is actually going to go in the corner. So clearly I actually changed my mind and added a little bit of a nightstand there, because the PC is just too nice to not kind of show off and like let it kind of be seen, you know, because I think kind of in that corner, it just doesn't do the PC justice. It looks really, really nice, and I love that PC. So what I'm going to do is, there was actually another poster here, so I'm going to move this one down a little bit, and then this poster I'm actually going to put over on that wall. I'll probably put a fake little plant over there, but so far it's looking really, really good. So let's actually move the plants, move the posters a bit, and just change the aesthetics of the setup as much as I can right now, and then I might do the cable management as well. I honestly really am loving how this room is turning out. I think it just looks so like aesthetically like pleasing, and it's not even done yet. I might add a little bit of RGB as well, but dude, this room is actually looking so sick. I'm gonna kind of just eyeball this, and then I'll adjust it as I go. I'm just trying to get this like somewhat in the center. Also, this GTR poster, honestly, really, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's literally good enough. That literally looks good enough. I might add a tiny little fake plant over here, but I think this looks like kind of the best kind of like aesthetically. And now I have a little bit of space over here to add the other car poster, which you guys can see is just a McLaren P1. I don't want to get it like perfect. I want to go like a little bit lower, but I think it'll look really clean. For me, this is good enough. I'm not trying to say I'm lazy, but I might be a little bit lazy. There's gonna be someone in the comments saying I should use a measuring tool. Honestly, bro, it's like 11 p.m. I don't really need it to be perfect. I'm probably gonna move this space around a bit anyways. There's actually one thing I didn't tell you guys that I got, and that is an entire sound bar. This one is kind of more in like the medium to like lower end, I guess you could say, even though this is kind of like my ultimate dream setup. I just wanted to test this sound bar out. It's $60. Usually I game with headphones, but I think now that I have my own space and I don't really have to worry about like parents or anything, I think it would just be really, really cool to have my own sound bar, and I can just have it full blast and have like, you know, 992 GT3 RS and just bang it off the rev limiter and just have it like screaming on the speakers. I normally never use like speakers or like sound bars, but I'm pretty sure this should just be like a normal USB cable. Yeah, so it just has a USB cable and then an audio jack. So that's actually more than simple, and hoping the cable is long enough. enough. I think it should be long enough to actually reach the PC. So under the steering wheel, there is this amount of frame, and it honestly fits perfect. Let me show you guys. If I grab this, I'm gonna point the kind of sound bar to me, but you can see there is a little bit of space on the sides, but for the most part, it honestly fits perfect. And I mean, it's not like the most aesthetic thing, but it honestly, like, all the colors match. I don't really mind, and it's even closer to me, and I'm just gonna have the speaker literally like pointing and like blasting at my ears basically. So yeah, I think it would be really easy to mount here, and the cable should be long enough to go into the PC. So far, I'm extremely glad how this entire sim racing setup is looking. It honestly looks way better than I thought. Like, the posters look really nice, the plant, even the shelf is really complimenting it. Like, this entire part of the room just like looks racing and everything. Like, it's literally like one of my like passions, but it is kind of, I would say, about 85% complete. I need to get the cables for the monitor and do all the cable management, clean everything up and do all of that. But I'm gonna finish this video tomorrow where I get all the extra cables I need. I'm still missing one for the steering wheel. So let's cut to day number 2 right now. And it's now day number 2 just like that, and I should be finishing the entire setup today. The one thing I do really want to do right now is cable management. I don't have all the cables I need just yet, but basically want to cable manage all these and kind of like zip tie them around the kind of tube stand, connect the things to the PC, and the wheel won't work right now, but I just want to get everything connected here, and then I actually want to start downloading stuff on the PC, so when all the cables come, I can actually do all the settings and I'll have the games already downloaded. This is actually looking so sick now that all the cables are like zip tied and like kind of managed all good. The only thing is I'm still waiting on the cable for the steering wheel, and I did end up adding a plant over here because it kind of blends in with the cables there, and I think it actually looks better with the PC spaced out because now you can see the PC nice. Once it's on, it's gonna look really, really sick. This sim racing setup is looking so sick, and the one thing I do need is also a longer DisplayPort cable to be able to route it really nice. So that's coming in about an hour or two. So right now I'm just gonna use a temporary one, but I'm gonna turn the PC on. I have the keyboard and mouse on top because I don't know where else to put it. Like, I can't really put it on the carpet, but yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the games that I'm gonna be downloading for the sim racing setup. And yeah, let me know what games you guys actually play too. All right, so I have a video of Forza with like a Huracan STO, but basically what I want to show you guys is like the max volume on the speaker, and I'm going to keep the microphone on me over here because I'm just going to click play and you guys will be able to hear just how loud it is, because it actually is pretty loud. It actually sounds pretty good, and with me speaking, you can still hear the game audio. It is like pretty loud and it is like kind of out there. So yeah, it is able to get pretty loud, and I actually think the quality of it is pretty good. Like, it doesn't sound kind of like wasted or anything. It actually sounds good. So everything arrived and I have the entire sim racing setup completely done and set up. So of course, let's just cut to the final cinematic right now. Now it's finally time to test out my somewhat budget-friendly dream sim racing setup. I decided to test out a few sim racing games and started on Forza Horizon 5 first. As you guys can see, the game looks pretty good and the speaker's gonna get really loud, so I might honestly end up kind of changing this and like kind of muting it just so you guys can hear me. Okay, I just muted it real quick just in case because I know it can get a little bit loud, but bro, I am absolutely loving this gaming setup. I need this in every single place. Like, I always need a sim racing setup. This is so much fun. Like, legit, I don't know if it's even showing on camera how much fun this is, but like, dude, I actually miss having sim racing setup so much, and I'm honestly already like trying to upgrade the steering wheel. Like, I've just been trying this for 10 minutes and I already want to get a Moza steering wheel and like upgrade this and make it look absolutely insane. Like, dude, it's just so fun driving. But I think, like, honestly, look at how like it kind of is a little bit like not immersive with the sound. Dude, as soon as I turn on the sound bar, bro, just listen to it. Like, literally listen, and keep in mind, as I rev the engine up, it vibrates more and I can literally feel it in my seat, bro. This is insane. It's like, I don't know how well it picks it up on camera, but like, dude, this is so fun, bro. I'm genuinely in love with this setup, and this definitely is my favorite sim racing setup I've ever built. It's just, bro, I just love sim racing, bro. I just love cars, bro. Like, I know for a fact whenever any of my friends come over, they're just gonna wanna try the sim racing setup. I mean, how could you not like this? Like, literally, how could you not at least wanna try it out, literally? And let me know in the comments what you guys think of this sim racing setup. I probably honestly have to do a full upgrade video on this if you guys do enjoy this video, because I honestly can see myself dumping a good amount of money into this. So I need to be a little bit careful, but yeah, let me know what you guys think of this sim racing setup and what I should upgrade, or like what maybe you guys might be adding to your own sim racing setup, or if this inspired you to get into sim racing yourself. I wanted to really put the sim racing setup to the test though, so I also downloaded Assetto Corsa, which is a much more realistic driving game compared to Forza Horizon 5. Okay, so the speaker is on, so if I actually start driving, you will see it gets very, very loud, and it's a little bit hard to actually hear what I'm saying exactly because it's pretty loud, like on the speaker. So for now, I just have the speaker muted, but as you guys can see, dude, I'm not joking. This is literally so fun. I'm gonna pick a better track. I'm gonna pick one with more curves. Okay, so now we are on a new map. As you guys can see, this one actually has a few turns. Also, don't judge my actual sim racing ability here because I'm gonna be horrible. I've not even like tried this in so long, and I'm just gonna be rusty. I'm just kind of doing this for fun, to be honest. I have wheel lockup and everything. This is kind of going not that smooth, but yeah, dude, I have to be honest. It is so fun. I tried it out a little bit off camera and it was literally so much fun. The only thing is, obviously I have the speaker. If I turn the speaker on right now, you will see it gets pretty loud, but it literally, I don't know how to describe it. I'm using the most basic wheel that, like, honestly, I'm probably gonna upgrade this wheel because the force feedback isn't as good as like a Moza steering wheel or something, but it just feels so fun to game on, because before this I was just playing on a controller since I didn't have a sim racing setup. This is so fun. Like, even with this basic wheel that is like, I mean, at least according to most people, pretty bad, it is literally so fun to play on this. And dude, I think having this speaker is honestly a must-have. I've had my two previous setups. I'm gonna turn this off because it's a little bit too loud, but my two previous setups, like I mentioned, I actually used a headset. So having a speaker like this honestly makes it so much better. Everything feels good. There is like a little bit of flexing if I like really push on the seat. Everything feels good so far. The PC is performing amazing because we're able to run games. It's not stuttering at all. I think the monitor is probably my favorite part because this monitor is so big. It's not only super wide, but it's also very tall, which also makes it like more fun to game on. And I think these pedals are honestly perfectly fine. I don't think I see any issue with like trying to upgrade them because I can feel like the throttle, it feels really good. Like, it doesn't feel like it has an on and or off. It feels like I can kind of slowly progress into it. So the throttle from like this Thrustmaster like pedal kit actually feels really good. I just need to turn on the volume real quick and just like lock in a little bit. Like, bro, this is actually like so much fun. I'm not even joking. It literally is so much fun, especially with the speaker. Your boy kind of sucks right now, I'm not gonna lie, but because I also don't even know this track, like I'm just kind of freeballing this, but dude, it's literally so much fun gaming on this. Yup, and I'm about to spin out. I'm legit probably gonna spend all night on this. Like, bro, this is just so fun. This is literally so fun. I'm honestly a little bit embarrassed because I just kind of suck and this is kind of embarrassing for the video, but like, your boy's trying his best. I also need to turn off auto shifting because I don't know why it's on auto shifting. That's a little bit weird. I would probably be the worst race car driver of all time, bro. Like, I don't know how well it picks it up on camera in terms of like the sound quality from the speaker or like the sound bar and like just the whole immersion thing, but dude, this is so fun. I literally love this so much. It's literally so much better than gaming on a controller, that's for sure. I mean, honestly, for the whole setup, it's like 700 bucks. I think it's actually like pretty good, and it honestly is very like immersive. I like gaming on this more than VR, to be honest. For under $1,000, I absolutely love the way that my dream sim racing setup turned out, and I'll have everything linked down below because I actually think it was pretty good. Almost 80% of you guys watching are not subbed, and we need to change that ASAP. Next, you can check out this video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy, and don't forget, Jesus loves you.